Metropolitan Community Church, which has actually been in the city for over 40 years as an inclusive LGBT church. So, I'd like to just allow my other two colleagues to introduce themselves.
Yeah.
My name is Al, and my pronouns are she.
Right on.
6.
Oh.
I'll try again. So my name is Al, my pronouns are she, her.
My name is Simon, my pronouns are he, him.
So as we move into this time of reflection and remembrance, I just invite each one of you to stop and stand still. I invite you to take 3 big deep breaths in. And out, of course, so that you don't fall over. And just bring a sense of peace and calm to the place that you've been throughout this day. We stand together in the city of Newcastle upon Tyne, a city of hope with many streets that we as a community fill with joy as we celebrate who we are as queer, vibrant and fabulous people. During this time of the Vigil, you will hear poetry. There will be music and we'll invite you to sing for a little bit. You will see images and then you will have a chance to light a candle in remembrance of those you have loved and lost. So let us just take a few moments in the quiet and just settle yourself in as we begin this vigil. So I invite Simon now to say the prayer, to say the poem True North by Amy Langdon.
A place curiosity is cultivated into tangible change, where no idea is too wild, too much, or too strange. A place for passion to shine and to pass on that passion. When opportunity feels scarce, our own we fashion. A place for learning who we are and who we can be, where possibilities are endless, further than we can see. A place for music to flow through sinew and hope to replete. When tranquility is fleeting, there is nothing so sweet. A place for dancing freely, fiercely, even offbeat, to feel melodies in your being, from your eyebrows to your feet. A place for becoming versed in the secrets of the earth. To pass down in homage is to continue rebirth. A place to mine for knowledge and innovation to thrive, putting our humble city into forward drive. A place for smiling at strangers, for they're our friends, when nobody is a stranger, for our love knows no end. A place truly grounded, but with magic handmade, cultivated carefully as each cornerstone is laid. A place where culture means diversity in colourful bloom, for a plumage of individuality to be excitedly subsumed. A place where the fringe is true north and all else unfolds from there, where at our table everybody has a chair. A place for people to find their true unending heart art, and to break down walls, brick by brick, so that others then can start. A place of many timelines, many cities we have been. Industry, culture, and creativity bursting from our seams. A place where the artist's spirit pumps through the streets, where it is intrinsic, acting as the city's glue. A place where the people make the heart, the spaces, and the streets, where change can happen when we move others with our pens, our brushes, and our feet.
Thank you, Jamie. Friends, the weekend of Pride has been a city of hope and streets of joy. And we have seen this as we have taken time to celebrate. As well as celebrating, it has been a powerful expression of resilience, visibility, love, courage, and community. Throughout the Pride weekend, our streets have come alive with vibrant colours, music, laughter, and joy, as we honour the journeys, achievements, and perseverance of all LGBTQIA+ people in the city of Newcastle and beyond. Pride reminds us that hope grows when everyone is seen, heard, and valued. Together, we are diverse. We embrace our authenticity and stand together so that all may have equality and the freedom to be themselves. We gather in this city of Newcastle, which has a rich history, a city shaped by struggle and solidarity, by people who refuse to give up on one another. As a city, it is more than its buildings, and the streets are more than roads. They are places where lives meet together, where stories are told and unfold, where people are welcomed or excluded, where justice is lived or denied. But tonight we're also very aware that the Pride March in Berlin has been attacked. At this point we know that one person has died and 29 have been injured. We stand with them at this time of sadness and hold them close as we share together in this vigil of remembrance. Our time together is still now. It is still poignant throughout the world, and we take time to remember. So I now invite you to listen to some song, which most of you will know, and if you wish, then please do sing along.
They say the holy water's watered down, and this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually, so if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the Monday our masterpiece. Oh my love, I take one look at you, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying down to the dead bed on the edge of the night, saying talking right. The angels up in the clouds are jealous, no one without.
You're in good voice tonight. We're about to hear another song, and Come Away In is a song of welcome and inclusion and radical hospitality. It was written by Karen Polwart, and it was originally commissioned for Hands Up for Trad and Scotland Sings. And the song is dedicated to refugees and asylum seekers and other newcomers to Scotland, but I think it can work for us as well. We will hear it sung by feminist folk band System Green, and I invite you to look at the images on the screen of prides gone by and to remember times when people made space for you, and to think about who else is not here tonight and who else might need some rest and restoration. So, come away in.
Welcome into the house where we sit down.
we have been and who has been alongside us all of those years. And that song we just heard is described as a song of welcome, inclusion, and radical hospitality. I find it to be a call to notice the ways in which we are welcomed and to inspire us to be welcoming to others. Now here in Newcastle in the Northeast, we have a history of hospitality, a heritage of looking out for each other and standing up for what is right. We have a history of the villages supporting the families of those who died at sea and in the mines. We had the local Quaker abolitionists campaigning to end slavery. We've had the Jarrow Crusade, protesting against poverty and unemployment and shifting social values to make way for the reforms that came after World War II. We've got the People's Kitchen and Rainbow Home, making space at the table today to welcome and feed those in our communities who need it most. And there are countless other groups of people who are working together to share some joy and to welcome each other. Joy can be a big in-your-face feeling that is easy to see, and other times it takes a little bit of practice to pay attention. We have to notice the little things, the nods of queer recognition as we pass each other in the corridors at work, the name that finally suits us coming to mind easily of a stranger or acquaintance, that shirt that fits just right. The weather has been better this weekend than maybe, but worse at other times. Perhaps it's not been as cold as we thought it would be, but perhaps we're also absolutely drenched, and there's something in being in it together that is a joy in its utter ridiculousness. And then we have what I anticipate to be the lesser Elton John classic, Trying to Light a Candle in the Wind, which we'll be getting up to later. The more we look for joy, the more we can find it. I can get a bit stuck, feeling hopeless, thinking things are so bleak, so I have to seek out hope and joy. And Pride here in Newcastle is part of my annual top-up, reminding me that I am part of something so much bigger, so much more radical, more queer, more hopeful, more joyful. In isolation, we have our little flames, but together we become a roaring beacon of hope and joy. Since the last Vigil, I went to the Safer to Be Me conference, the global LGBTQI+ human rights conference, the summit run just here in Newcastle and Gateshead. We heard about threats to our rights, and we heard about hopes for our future. We signed the Newcastle Gateshead Declaration, and some of you did too. I can see some familiar faces. What a thing for our cities to be at the centre of. A global LGBTQI+ declaration of solidarity. Yesterday we had the rally at the end of the march where we got together and we said, there are policies, legislation and attitudes in this country and around the world that are not right, that we demand to be changed because our lives are at risk, our humanity is at risk. And there is no joy in some of us being able to marry each other if other people are being erased from public life or being told that we can only exist if no one can tell we are there. So we need Pride for protest, but we need it to nourish us too. To remind us, as we heard in the poem at the start, that there is a place for us in the city. We are not alone. So many people are rooting for us. And that we will be here, regardless of what others say or do. This Pride weekend has been such a delight. I love that we all do it in our own ways. Some started weeks ago with banner making, some started a year ago with planning it. We've had the Our Pride events, we've had running and walking and fabulousing around Leazes Park with the Pride 5K and the Newcastle Frontrunners. We had Blessing the March yesterday morning with the prayer service. We've had drag queens in the cathedral. We've had Nadine, Bimini, KTB on this stage. presuming that nothing changed since I wrote my script earlier in the week. And at Pride, we have the march. We visit stalls, we go to workshops, we sing, we dance, we eat and we drink, and we are together. We remember that we are good, and there is something joyful in us that cannot be suppressed. For some of us, that nourishment comes at a distance. Knowing Pride is happening is enough, and for others, we need to feel the streets vibrating in our rib cages. Some of us have had the luxury of having queer elders to guide the way, and others have not, and others of us are becoming queer elders. In a world that sometimes does not want us to survive, taking up space and being visible is a radical thing for us to do, to offer hope to each other. So let us dance, for there is a light within us that cannot be overcome. Tonight we gather for this vigil, celebrating that we can come together, remembering those who cannot, celebrating massive improvements in HIV-related care, and mourning those who did not live to see it come about. We are readying ourselves for the year ahead to go on and be our fabulous queer, bisexual, transgender, asexual, non-binary, sapphic, gay, intersex, lesbian, pansexual selves. We are building a city of hope with streets of joy.
So I've now got a request for you. There's some people in this crowd who have got candles, and they're going to come round and give you a candle. But what I'll say to you is this: please hold on to your candle, and even how much it urges to light it right away, please try not to. I will do that when it comes the time, because we've got a few little things still to do. And there's a little group of people that should be round there, and I'm going to ask them to come to the front of here, please. Not yet. Okay. So these are some people who represent our community. We've got leathermen, we've got church people, we've got trans people, we've got gay people. And these people are here to show that they stand with us all in solidarity. Some are allies and some are part of who we are. And together we can make life different. So as the candles come round, please hold on to them. And as we go through this next part, which is the time of remembrance, we will be lighting candles first and then invite you to light yours. So please bear with us. So we're just going to play some music till the candles are all given out.
Pride began as a protest, but it's also a celebration. We celebrate because LGBTQIA+ lives are fabulous and beautiful. But we protest because too many of us still experience rejection, violence, discrimination, and loneliness.
We come from many different places. Some of us may speak with different languages or accents, and our beliefs in something greater than ourselves may differ. But tonight we stand on common ground here in the city of Newcastle, with a belief that every person deserves dignity and that no one should experience fear because of who they are. That love is never diminished when we share it with one another.
When we choose courage over silence, then justice grows. When communities welcome and are not excluded, hope grows and joy prevails. That hope is sometimes revealed in the city of Newcastle when people can fully grow to be themselves and know that they are loved for who they are. LGBTQIA+ people, people living with HIV, people with disabilities, those who are neurodiverse, those with black and brown skin, those who were not born in the UK, those who question the status quo, those who have different views.
Each one of us, every one of you, is precious. Not all members of our community have made it through this year. So tonight, we take time to remember those we have lost. And in a few moments, we'll invite you to light your candle.
As each candle is lit in front of me here, we take time to remember. And at the same time, we will see a candle on the screen. So we remember all of those whom we have lost to hate, and Julius will light a candle in remembrance. Try again. The wind is here. Put your hand round. Wait. Try again. Stand closer to Charlotte and it might shield it a bit. That's it. Hey. No, you need to cover it. That's it. We light a candle for transgender and non-binary people facing violence and discrimination. The candles are hard to light tonight. Don't worry, if we don't light, we can see a candle here. We light a candle for young people searching for acceptance. We light a candle for families learning to love more deeply. We light a candle for communities growing in compassion. We light a candle for hope. We light a candle for joy. And together we all light our candles as we remember Berlin and all those people whom we have lost. So please, can you begin to light your own candles, and someone will come round and help to light. The wind is strong, but put your hand round the candle and hold it close, because the light is also within you. And as the candles are lit and you look, if you just look around, you're never alone. And as you've lit your candle, I invite you just to take a few moments in yourself and remember those you have lost, those that may not have made it to this Pride this year, those you love, those who you have cared about, and remember all that they shared with you and all that they gave you. You are the community. You are the people who make a difference. And for that, we are thankful. Newcastle is the city of joy, a city of hope. And that doesn't remove the fact that we know there is still difficult times ahead for all queer people. Yet we also know how far we have come, and that together we will work for a more inclusive tomorrow. If you have lost someone this year, I invite you just to say their name into the air, and just remember who they were. The most important thing in life is to know each other and love each other. and together we make each other strong. So each one of you is beautiful, and each one of you is blessed. And when you go home this evening, we invite you to take your candle with you. Of course, you may have to blow it out first, if the wind hasn't done that already. But take it home, and when you have the time for a moment of quiet, just light that candle to remember those you have lost, but to remember you are not alone. You are beautiful and blessed. And if you're with someone you care about and you love, you may just want to say those words to them. You are beautiful and blessed. Thank you for coming and spending this time this evening. I always feel that the vigil is an important time just to remember. And it also brings us all to the close of Pride for this weekend. But just remember, you are beautiful and blessed. And as we leave this place this evening, we invite you to travel safely, look after each other, and remember you are loved. Good night.